We are back for game number 2, scrambling here at the last second. I've got no lineup for Lindsey Wilson, so it's going to be player number 1 that's going to lead off, and she's going to look at a called ball. Nope. Wow. As Brooklyn Levin gets the first strike to batter number 1. We are underway. There's ball 1. 2:19 Central Time. No numbers on the jerseys for Lindsey Wilson, so I'm not even going to worry about calling out your names. I will try to correct what I think we figured out in game 1, thanks to a listener who sent in a chat that Taya Manzanares is the one who got a solo home run that tied it up. I want to make sure that she gets credit for that as a called strike. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brooklyn Levin, not Levine. Levin. Okay. Levin. I'll get it. 2-2 pitch is fouled off. She's from Littleton, Colorado. Transfer from Chadron State. It could be Chadron State. Colleges I've never heard of. Nebraska. Okay. Brooklyn delivers a changeup, swung on and missed, and down goes batter number 1. Brooklyn threw 3 innings in the Cumberland JV game back in September. Gave up 2 hits, no runs, struck out 4 in that contest. Facing a left-handed hitter, batter number 2 here in game number 2. Looks at a called strike. Trying to work on the defensive alignment for Vol State as well. Still have the same left side of the infield, I think. Is that Willow's at short? Is it Amaya Collier there at short, right? All right, so the entire infield is the same. Shelby Green's in right. Katie Robinson is in center field. There's a delayed call from our home plate umpire. That's going to be fun all game long. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Levin. Brooklyn Levin. Swing and a miss. She has struck out the first 2 here in the top of the first inning. Levin is cooking. And the third batter in the lineup was not Taya Manzanares. I don't know where I got off on my lineup in game 1, but it's pretty easy to do if all of a sudden somebody throws in a batter just because we want to get a batter in a game. Actual rules don't apply in fall season ball games. Can roll over innings and not get all the outs, or you can say, hey, we're going to take 6 outs in this inning if you want. Just depends on what each of the coaches decide want to happen. Game 2 of the doubleheader today between Lindsey Wilson, Lady Blue Raiders, and the Lady Pioneers of Volunteer State. A changeup misses down just a little bit below the knees, and 3 balls and no strikes to batter number 3. Not even going to guess. 3-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. Caitlin Dillard in left. Katie Robinson in center and Shelby Green in right. Behind the plate is Callie Bueller, and a swing and a foul tip at the plate. Brings us to a full count. Ministries full count. Brooklyn Levin trying to strike out the side here in the top of the first. Sophomore from Littleton, Colorado, suburb of Denver. Tried to get the changeup. Trying to get that batter to swing, but she will not. And down to first base goes the third batter in the inning. And guess what? That brings up batter number 4. Again, I've not been given a lineup card. I guess they brought up a lineup card for game number 1. But not for game 2, fouled off. So for those of you listening in that are rooting for the Lady Blue Raiders, I apologize if I'm not calling out your daughters, granddaughters, nieces' names here. I could make it up, but not quite smart enough, really. My brain doesn't work that well. I like to give actual, truthful information instead of make it up. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 on here in the top of the first. Swing and a miss. Head coach Christian Lynn was a little late on getting the lineup to me as well. He was making some decisions at the last second. So that pitch is fouled off. Got the phone call from the dugout up here in the press box. I mean, nothing is cooler than that. Getting the phone call from the dugout. 1-2 pitch, change up, missed somewhere. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball State with a walk-off winner in the bottom of the 7th of game 1. Drilled out the left field. Back goes Robinson. A couple steps, and she makes the catch for out number 3. So a couple strikeouts, a walk, and a fly out. No runs for Lindsey Wilson. We're just getting started here in game number 2 of the doubleheader. Game time temperature, 79 degrees. So we began at 2:19 Central Time. We'll be right back on the Vol State Sports Network, and I think we might be still broadcasting on Channel 19 cable access here in Gallatin, Tennessee. Move to the bottom of the first. Michaela Fuqua will step in. Fuqua 3 for 4 in game 1. Scored a run, drove in a run, stole a base. And the right-handed pitcher, whose name is unknown, long ponytail with about 3 ponytail holders on the back, delivers the first pitch to Fuqua that misses outside the zone. And there is ball 2. Fuqua played right field as a freshman, moved into the infield. She takes one right down the can for a called strike. Carly Costley back up in the press box, handling the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. Had that strike up on the scoreboard before the umpire even raised his right hand. All the confidence in the world as she presses the buttons on that brand new scoreboard. 3-1 pitch to Michaela Fuqua. They call her Mick, and she's going to bat here with a full count. Ministry's full count. Erica Abbott on deck. And it, just like she did in game 1, she splits the shortstop and third baseman with a base hit. Her 4th hit of the day. So pitcher number 1 gives the leadoff batter a base hit to left. That brings up Erica Abbott. Runner goes. Pitch is called a strike. Throw gets by the second baseman as Fuqua head first slides into second base. A stolen base for Fuqua. Again, 82 of those a year ago in JUCO Division I. Led all players a year ago. 0-1 pitch, and she's going to take off for third, and she's going to get in there head first again as a shortstop covers. Pitch called a strike. We'll get an 0-2 count up there, and Fuqua has a couple stolen bases and standing down there at third base. Fouled off the screen on 0-2. Abbott didn't want to leave it up to the umpire there. On deck is Amaya Collier. Abbott had a triple in the 7th. Ended up scoring the winning run in the bottom of the 7th on a sacrifice fly by Laura Walker. All-State won 4-3. Abbott popped that one up to the left side. Left fielder comes in. She will make the catch, and Fuqua will stay put at third. There's the first out of the bottom of the first. Thank you for joining me. This is Tim Reese on the Vol State Sports Network. Try to get over to broadcast softball as often as I can. It's not very often. Sure enjoy watching these ladies play. It's a fun game to watch. And it keeps me on my toes to keep up with a score sheet and run the on-screen scoreboard, switch the cameras, move to in-between inning breaks. Keeps this old man's mind a little bit sharper than it might be as the first pitch to Collier misses high and away. Amaya 1 for 3 in game 1, also reached on a walk. Fouls that one off. That will get just over the bullpen area down the right field line. Got 2 outs up there for some reason. That is incorrect. Ball and a strike, 1 out, 1 on. And that runner is Michaela Fuqua, who singled, stole second, stole third. Infield is in. Another foul ball off the bat of Amaya Collier. Sophomore transfer from Central Arkansas. Hometown of Russellville, Kentucky, just up the road from Gallatin. Right on the Kentucky-Tennessee border. That is fisted and lined into center field. RBI single for Collier, and there's the Framework Athletics first run of the game. I'm having a heck of a time here with this scoreboard. Now we'll bring up Willow Carden. She lines one foul. This Lindsey Wilson players over there. She's already got 2 foul balls in her hand and walking back to the dugout sees that one go over her head. She rolls her head and goes after 3. If you get 3 of them in your hand, you got to start juggling. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Pitches a little bit up, and Collier gets down to second base on the steal. Third stolen base of the inning. Let's get back to the right camera. Umpire says, I don't have any more softballs. Well, it's this young lady who's retrieving those over the first base dugout that has them all. Shelby Green is in the on-deck circle. There is no circle there, though. 0-2 pitch. Grounded to short. Look the runner back and throw to first, get the out to throw to third, and nice play by the third baseman to climb the ladder for that throw from the first baseman as Collier moves up to third now with 2 outs. And Shelby Green stands in. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Shelby 0 for 3 in game 1. That one slides just outside. Another one misses outside as well. 2 balls and a strike to the sophomore from Milan, Tennessee. Ball 3. Ball State scored 1 in the first in game 1. Scored here in the bottom of the first in game 2 as well. 3-1 pitch coming to Shelby Green. And she's going to draw a walk. bring up Kirsten Smith. Is that who I've got? Is she wearing a number 3? 9? Okay. 3 times 3 from Louisville, Kentucky, Kirsten Smith, freshman. Fouls the first pitch delivered off the screen. Shelby Green was moving on the pitch. Two hits in the inning, Michaela Fuqua and Amaya Collier. And now a walk. Puts runners at the corners. Runner goes, and she's going to get in a rundown. Green, throw to the plate. Collier going to get tug out. Nope. Tag is now going to be applied. Still not applied. We are working the same play. Lindsey Wilson trying to get Collier out. All you got to do is just run her back, and the catcher tags her for out number 3. Umpire delivered the safe sign. So a stolen base by Shelby Green. Actually, not a stolen base. She moved to third, but the out is recorded between third and home of Amaya Collier. And I believe the catcher is the tag. I'm not going to try to keep up with all those throws. That is the third out on a caught stealing is how that ends up for Amaya Collier. But Vol State gets on the board first with 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We are headed to the second. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Top of the second we go. Brooklyn Lavin will face 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. And amazingly, that's what they're going to be called here on this broadcast. Once again, I have not been handed a lineup card for Lindsey Wilson. So batter number 5 is going to take a strike. Ground ball down to third. Carden gloves. Throws on to Abbott at first for out number 1. Levin, Levin. I want to call her Levin so badly. Batter number 6 stands in. Swing and a miss. Levin challenged her. Gets the swing and miss. Ground ball fouls. Alyssa Costley, the pitching coach, pulls away from that. Foul ball that hits off the screen. Count moves to 0-2. Callie Bueller behind the plate. She finished game 1 behind the plate. And the changeup just missed down. Batter number 6. Guess what? Guess who's in the on-deck circle? That's right, batter number 7. 1-2 pitch, 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the second. Levin stepped on that one. The fastball missed high and away. Trying to put a little extra on that one. Checks her wristband and has the sign and delivers. Fastball inside. Alyssa Costley might think about getting some shin guards on over there, maybe a chest protector, face mask, put the full gear on, or just get a screen and put it up in front. Sitting in one of the old plastic chairs. I say she's giving the sign. There she is. Now she's giving the sign. Just able to get a piece of that change up. I guess actually having the lineup card didn't help me for game 1. I was off by a batter, apparently, in the 6th and the 7th inning. Shot up the middle. There's the first base hit of the game for Lindsey Wilson. Off the bat of the 6th batter in the lineup. I'll bring up number 7. Attempted bunt fouled off to the first base side. Not a very buntable pitch there. About throat high. That gets up the middle as well. Katie Robinson over to cut it off, and a throw to third is not in time. The tag apparently a little bit farther down the body of runner number 6. So a single for the 7th batter in the lineup. Runners now at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. So back-to-back singles for Lindsey Wilson. Number 7 moves up to second base on the throw, and that brings up batter number 8. Right down the can as she takes a called strike. Brooklyn looking to get out of this inning. Going to need a strikeout or a pop-up in the infield probably. Anything that reaches the outfield probably will produce a run. Apparently runner number 6 is adventurous. There's a ground ball to third. They're going to tag the runner at third, throw to first, but I don't think Erica Abbott's foot was on the base. What a play by Willow Carden down there at third base. Runner number 6. Tug out. Not sure if Erica was expecting the throw at all from Willow. Now 2 outs. There's a ground ball to the infield. Runner down to third base could not get back to the base in time. Willow caught that ground ball as she was going right to the base. Good play by Carden to go ahead and complete the play by throwing to first, but not sure if the throw pulled Erica offline or not. Swing and a miss as the bat phone is now ringing. Can you answer this right here? It's right here. They're calling to tell us something down in the dugout. One pitch, 2 outs. Brooklyn trying to get out of it. Got a ground out and then back-to-back singles, but a fielder's choice has 2 outs with 2 on. And the changeup misses up. 3 balls and a strike to batter number 9 in the lineup. Ball 4. Loads the bases. Should be the top of the lineup unless they're batting 10. And I have no idea if they're batting 10. The bases are loaded. Swing and a miss. I didn't think the leadoff batter was a left-handed batter. Good thing I'm not an official scorer in this game. Tapped foul. Get off the mask of our home plate umpire, who I've seen around on a regular basis, but I don't know his name. Kalen Davis doesn't know his name either. You've probably pitched a bunch of games with him behind the plate, and you don't know his name. Do you know the female umpire's name out there? 0-2 count. This is outside. Try to pick on that outside corner or maybe get a swing and a miss by batter number either 1 or 10. I'm going to say they're batting 10. Swing and a miss. Brooklyn Levine gets it done. Levine, not Levine, gets the strikeout. Picks up her third and retires the Lady Raiders without allowing a run. No runs. There were 2 hits in the inning. No errors. 3 runners left on base. Head to the bottom of the second in a fall game doubleheader, game 2 between Lindsey Wilson and Vol State. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Bottom of the second, Kirsten Smith leading off for the Lady Pioneers. Getting her first at-bat of the afternoon. Pops it up to the right side. That's going to be one pitch, one out. Got jammed on that offering from pitcher number one. Bring up Katie Robinson. Got a bunch of K's in this ball game. Kirsten, Katie, and Caitlin this afternoon in game two. Two balls, no strikes to Katie Robinson, the center fielder. She also did not play in game one. Tried to check her swing, but could not hold up on the high outside fastball. From Blackman High School in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It's a ground ball. That's going to get on through into center field for a base hit. Third hit of the game for Vol State. Got a little piece of the pitcher. Did not get enough where it would carry him over to the second baseman and carry him on into center field. That'll bring up Callie Bueller. She tried to lay down a bunt, fouls it back. Again, if you're just joining us on Vol State YouTube channel, or not sure if we're on Channel 19 cable access or not, here for game two. I know we were for game one. Don't have a lineup card from Lindsey Wilson, so I don't have names of any of these young ladies playing out in the field or when they come to the plate. So apologize to those of you that are listening in and following Lindsey Wilson softball. Callie Bueller, a freshman from Lebanon, Tennessee, smokes one into left field. That's down for a base hit. After one out, back-to-back hits by Robinson and Bueller. Brings up Caitlin Dillard. Played in game one. Went 0 for 3. Looks at ball one. Caitlin Dillard, the 9th batter in the lineup for head coach Christian Lynn. Fouls that one off the screen. Brian Drake not here today. Must have work. Or he's not coming back. So, not on the sheet as that ball's driven to center field. Catch is made. Tag from second. A strong throw is just offline, and that's going to be another run as Katie Robinson, an aggressive runner, tagging on the fly out and moves in to score on the error by the center fielder. Gives Vol State the 2-0 lead. Callie Bueller moves down to second base now with 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup. Or not. Apparently we're batting 10. Did she pinch hit? So Michaela Fuqua has been taken out. Avery Wright grounds out to the right side. Sorry, I had the wrong camera up. Michaela Fuqua finishes her day with 4 hits and 5 trips to the plate. This game goes fast, folks. Avery Wright. We'll see if she goes in at second base. You think that's where she's going to go, or are they going to move some people around? Kelly? She'll go to second base. So she hits in the bottom of the second inning, and then she'll go to second base. So 1 run scored on 2 hits. There was 1 error. And 1 runner left on base. The error allowed that second run to come in. And Avery Wright is now out in second base. We'll just keep it right here. Is not a lot of time in between innings. Lydia Kirby now in the ball game. She's over at third base. In for Willow Carden, and Maya Collier still at short. Avery Wright. And we have a new first baseman as well. As batter number 1, I believe, is at the plate, facing Brooklyn Levin. First pitch is outside the zone. Fastball misses as well. All right, Caitlin, who's our first baseman? Chloe McKean down at first for Erica Abbott. Shelby Green's been pulled. Ball 2. All right, who we got? Okay, Kylie Maldonado, who was a DP in game 1, is out in right field. And she's going to get a chance to go try to track one down, but she's not going to get it. Katie Robinson will get it before it gets to the fence. Leadoff batter with a leadoff double here in the third. So we'll figure out where these young ladies go into the batting order. I'm assuming they'll go in for the player that they entered for. Left-handed hitter lays down a bunt, try to be backhand. That's going to be fielded by the left fielder as Amaya Collier, the shortstop, was moving over to cover third base. So an infield single for batter number 2. Puts runners at first and third. Let's get them on base, Tim. With nobody out, and Brooklyn Levin throwing out. Is that a bunch of clay from the pitching circle? Okay. She's doing a little housekeeping out there in the circle. Back-to-back hits for Lindsey Wilson here in the top of the third, down 2-0. If this is in fact the 3-hole hitter, she takes called strike. She walked in the first inning. Think that Lindsey Wilson's batting 10 in this game is based on my observation. Could be completely wrong, but 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Brooklyn. Laura Walker went 5 innings in game 1. Cheris Nichols went 2. Right back up the middle. That'll drive in the first run of the game for Lindsey Wilson, an RBI single. And that is 3 hits in a row. That one not especially hard hit, but hit right where nobody's standing. And 2-1 is the score. That's trouble. That's in the gap. One hops a fence. Katie Robinson hits the cutoff, and the throw to the plate is not at the plate. They do get the trail runner who drives in 2 and gives Lindsey Wilson their first lead of the day. Pitching coach Alyssa Costley will come out to chat with Brooklyn Lovin. That is 4 straight hits for Lindsey Wilson. Wish I could tell you who was hitting the ball. Just, again, don't have the lineup. So batter number 4 hit a double in the left center field gap, scored number 2 and number 3. But as she tried to move over to third base, she was cut down on the throw by Callie Bueller to Lydia Kirby, who's at third base. That'll bring up batter number 5, who grounded out to third base. Gonna pop this one up off to the right. Just out of play. Still nobody wants to chime in on the T-Reese Sports at G. Oh, Bo Fuquay. Okay. That just showed up on here. On the outside corner for a called strike. He says, we're here on this Friday afternoon. Is he listening in while he's watching live here at the Nichols Sports Complex on the campus of Gallatin in Gallatin, Tennessee? 0-2 pitch tapped toward the circle. Brooklyn over to Chloe McKean for out number 2. That'll bring up batter number 6 in this 10-batter lineup, I believe, for head coach Colin Pilgrim, a 2019 grad from Lindsey Wilson. Got the job back in June of 2022. Pitch is high. Bueller does a 360 to snag that one. Said on her bio that she currently competes for the Canadian national women's softball team. Vin's offering is outside the zone, 2 balls, no strikes from the Littleton, Colorado native. First year here at Vol State. Delivers one low. 4 hits in the inning. 3 runs as Lindsey Wilson has taken a 3-2 lead. Did not lead in game 1. Did come back to tie it on a Taya Manzanares solo home run in the 6th. Vol State won it in the bottom of the 7th on a sacrifice flies. The 3-0 pitch gets in there for a called strike. Laura Walker got a pinch hit opportunity in the bottom of the 7th. Fly ball out to center field. Scored Erica Abbott, who had led off the inning with a triple. 3-1 pitch. Tapped down to third. Lydia Kirby lets it go foul. And, well, the Full Count Ministries full count. Give you another verse of the game brought to you by Full Count Ministries at the end of the game. Might see if we can get one from our new scoreboard operator. See if you can come up with a good verse. You only have 66 books to pull it from. Full count pitch. Nice backhand by Kirby down at third base, and she gloves and throws to McKean at first. Lydia Kirby, a utility player, getting opportunity at third base and makes the play. I don't need it till the end of the game. You don't have to rush, okay? 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors and nobody left on base. Headed to the bottom of the 3rd. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network on YouTube and possibly Channel 19 cable access. Bottom of the 3rd. Vol State behind for the first time. Make sure we do have new batter here in the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss. Chloe McKean from Fayetteville, Tennessee. In for Erica Abbott. Pops that one foul. Lincoln County High School for Chloe. She told me, though, their parents live in Indiana. She gets hit by that pitch. So I'm hoping the roster is correct. It does not matching up with what she told me. The daughter of Don and Mindy McKean. Oh, that's her grandparents that live in, okay. Grandpa and Mimi in Angola, Indiana. Pawpaw and Mama in Garrett, Indiana. Grandpa and Grandma living down in Florida. Laura Walker back in for Willow. First pitch misses. Sorry, she's in for Amaya Collier. I can't keep up. Ground ball to the left side. That gets through into left field. Runners now first and second. All right, who we got here? Oh, Carly Costley getting a at-bat. She's going to square around a bunt. Had to pull her out of the press box here, didn't we? She was up here handling the scoreboard. And, of course, it's going to be Carly with a K. Fouls that one back up here to the press box screen. Looks at ball one. Costley is the younger sister to Alyssa Costley. So we're just going to cross Brian Drake off the sheet here. Understand he is not back. And a line drive that will get into left field just past the third baseman's outstretched glove. Why do I keep doing that? You know what? Folks, I think I'm just going to leave it right here on this camera. We're going to go from 2 cameras to 1. Back-to-back hits for Vol State, loads the bases. We've got too much to think about here with changes in the lineup. Different broadcasting equipment than I'm used to, so I don't want you to miss the action that's going on. I do like the zoomed camera, but that's going to have to take a back seat for right now. We've got folks that are getting into the lineup. All right. Kylie Maldonado should be who's batting. She came in for Shelby Green. She looks at ball one. Pops up out of play. Got fisted there. Is that pitch just bearing in on her thumbs? Maldonado, freshman transfer from Ottawa University, hometown of Rancho Cucamonga, California. Count goes 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out, bases loaded. Lindsey Wilson scored 3 in the top of the third to take a 3-2 lead. Fall State trying to wrest that lead back. Not going to do it on that pop up in the infield. The infield fly rule in effect. There is out number 1. Kirsten Smith will get her second at-bat of the ball game. Popped out on the first pitch she saw, leading off the second. She swings to the first pitch here, and that's going to just get out into the outfield. It's a seeing eye soft line drive, base hit by Smith to tie the ball game. RBI single, third in the inning. Now 7 for the ball game for the Lady Pioneers. Brings up Katie Robinson. Robinson looks at a pitch up in the zone. She singled to up the middle. Ended up coming in to score. Fists that one foul. Normally the clock operator sits in the dugout, but somebody failed to put the charger on the or plug the scoreboard for the mobile box there, and I kept hearing a beep up here in the press box. I didn't know what that beeping was. I looked over at the little box that runs a scoreboard, and I see it says that the battery is about to die. So I plugged it in. Tried to use it down in the dugout beginning of game 1. There's another foul ball off the screen. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Then Carly Costley came back up into the press box and said that apparently the electric outlet down in the press box wasn't working. So got some company up here in the press box. 2-2 pitch. Just got a piece of that one. Fouled back with not Laura Walker running down. Addie Knoll is running for Laura Walker. She's down at third base. Laura Walker pinch hit for Amaya Collier. Single to left. Another choke and poke. Foul ball off to the right side by Katie Robinson. Freshman, Blackman High School in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Pretty good size high school over there. They've got a bunch of big ones. One of the fastest growing communities, Rutherford County. Pitch misses high. Murfreesboro is the county seat of Rutherford County, just east of Davidson County, which is where Nashville is located. We're in Sumner County. 3-2 pitch. That's drive to deep left field. Back goes the left fielder, and it's going to hit at the base of the wall. Katie Robinson's going to cruise into second base and drive in 2 runs to give the Lady Pioneers a lead. That was well struck out to left field. Knoll and Costley come in to score. Over to third goes Kirsten Smith. Katie Robinson picks up the 4th hit of the inning. It brings up Callie Bueller. Only 1 out, 2 more in scoring position. Ball 1. Fouled back to the press box window. Three runs in the inning to counter the 3 that Lindsey Wilson scored in the top. Let's get the strike up there. 2-1 count. Another foul back. Been a lot of foul balls straight back behind the press box today. Haven't noticed that in the past much, but 2-2 pitch coming. Drilled to left field. That's going to get down. One run's going to score. Here comes runner number 2, and she's going to cross the plate. Single's going to turn into a runner at third on an errant throw by the left fielder. 2 more come in for Vol State. 2 RBI single for Callie Bueller. Moves to second on the throw, moves to third on the error. Second error of the game for Lindsey Wilson. The 5th hit in the inning. Apparently the Lady Pioneers did not appreciate being scored upon in the top of the 3rd inning and having the lead taken away. So they have gotten after it here in the 3rd. A couple of the hits have been well struck. A couple of them have just been past the outstretched gloves of the infielders for Lindsey Wilson. Caitlin Dillard flew out in her only at-bat, squares around a bunt, takes ball 1. She is the 8th Lady Pioneer to come to the plate here in the 3rd inning. Left-handed hitting outfielder. She's going to tap one down that left field line. Going to try to score on the sac fly, and Callie Bueller gets in there. So an RBI fly out. Call that a sacrifice fly. Out number 2, and in comes Bueller. Lady Pioneers lead 8-3 with a 6-run 3rd inning. Going to bring Avery Wright to the plate. She came in as a pinch hitter in the bottom of the 2nd inning, grounded out to second. She's going to pop up here to second base for out number 3. 9 come to the plate for Vol State. 6 step on home. On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Was 1 error. And nobody left on base. Long 9 runs scored in the 3rd inning. We'll take a break on the Vol State Sports Network. Let's see if we are also on Channel 19 cable access. We are not, so A.J. Fawson said he had to leave early, so we're just on YouTube. We'll be right back. Tim Reese back on the Vol State Sports Network. Move to the top of the 4th inning. 7, 8, and 9 due up in Lindsey Wilson's order if they're batting 10. Not wearing uniforms with numbers. And didn't get a lineup card for Lindsey Wilson here for game 2, so don't have names to give you. Was provided one for game one, but not sure if they expected me to come down and get it for game two, but they brought it up for game one. I guess I expected them to bring it up for game two. So when you come back and you watch this game after the fact, whoever this young lady is, I apologize. If I had a lineup card, I'd be happy to be calling out your name. Got to have jerseys with numbers on them. I do appreciate Christian Lynn breaking out the blue jerseys with the numbers. There's a called strike. 3 balls and a strike. Brooklyn Levin out for her 4th inning of work. Not sure if she'll go the whole game or she might go 5 like Laura Walker did and have Jairus Nichols come in relief in game 2 as that pitch is fouled down the third baseline. Pass head coach Callum Pilgrim. She's assisted by Annabelle Ramirez Sharber. Grad assistant is Aaliyah Talsma. Lindsey Wilson plays in the Mid-South Conference Division II. Full count Ministries, full count to batter number 7. Popped up. Shallow left center field. On comes Caitlin Dillard. She'll make the catch. Out number 1. Brings up batter number 8. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second. She had a ground ball to Lydia Kirby, who is playing about where she's at right now at third base. Runner I believe a runner was at third base, and she tugged the runner out at third. That ball's lined over the glove of Amaya Collier, who's come back into the game. Laura Walker pinch hit for her, but she's back in to play shortstop. Seventh hit of the game for Lindsey Wilson. Had 2 in the second and 4 in the third when they scored their 3 runs. Batter number 9 walked in the second inning. Runner goes, pitches high and away. Tag is applied and caught stealing. Callie Bueller to Amaya Collier for out number 2. And that erases the 1-out single. 2-0 count, now 2 outs. Catches the inside corner for a called strike. Let's get the second out up there. Callie Bueller says, "Don't run on me." Three balls and a strike. Here you go. The catcher for Vol State was Bailey Osbrooks. Very good hitter. 18 home runs, 75 RBIs, hit 366 on the season. Change up, misses down. Second time batter number 9 is walked. Third walk of the game by Brooklyn Levin. Left-handed hitter, the 10th batter, I believe, in the lineup. Struck out swinging to end the second. Looks at a called strike that whispers at the outside corner. Tennessee junior colleges, Friday is an off day for students. It's check swing or a half swing. Foul ball down the left field line. So in the 11 JUCOs that play sports in the state of Tennessee, Friday is typically game one of the weekend series in the spring. Baseball, they play single game. Another foul ball off the screen. Single game on Friday, doubleheader on Saturday. Softball, it's doubleheaders both days. Softball games go a lot faster, too. All 7-inning contests and usually done within 2 hours. Game one of this doubleheader took an hour and 53 minutes, but there were only 7 runs and 13 hits, so maybe they're a little bit longer. Maybe they're 2:15 to 2:30. You get a couple good pitchers going at it, like Caitlin Davis and what was that girl's name at Walter State? Tori Kaufman. 2 of the best pitchers in the country going at it. You get an hour and 10-minute game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 runner on here in the top of the 4th. Another tapper foul. This left-handed hitter just looking to get the ball in fair territory. Just looks like she can get down that line pretty quickly, and she's running as she's swinging. Split grip, choke up on the bat. Brooklyn Levin delivers another foul ball. Coach Pilgrim down the third is flashing signs. She's trying to be discreet about it, though. Puts her hand right on her belly and flashes the sign. 2-2 pitch again. Change up. Catches that batter looking, and backward K in the book. Second time she's gone down on strikes. 4th strikeout for Brooklyn. Ends the top of the 4th. No runs. 1 hit. No errors. 1 runner left on base. Headed to the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Bottom of the 4th we go. 2, 3, and 4 in the Vol State lineup. Chloe McLean, let's see, Laura Walker, and Carly Costley, who batted in the third. Step up to the plate here in the fourth as Vol State sent 9 to the plate in the third inning, collecting 5 hits and 6 runs. King was hit by a pitch leading off that third. Pops that one up to the right side. It's playable, and the catcher comes over and makes the play for out number 1. Laura Walker had a single in the third. She is hitting for Amaya Collier, who's playing shortstop. Amaya got 1 at bat in the first, delivered an RBI single, drove in Michaela Fuquay. Collier was 1 for 3 in game 1. Walker looks at ball 2 outside. Sophomore from Greenbrier. Just up the road from Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Ground ball to the left side. Long throw by the shortstop, and it pulls the first baseman off of first base, and Laura Walker will reach. All right, do we give her an infield single? Caitlin says no. Errant throw by the shortstop. As pinch runner will come in for Walker. Maybe a little faster runner we might be able to give an infield single, but not to Laura Walker. A pitcher, not known for her speed on the base pass, and that's why the pinch runner coming in. I assume that is still Addie Knoll, freshman from Gallatin, Liberty Creek High School. Ground ball to shortstop from Carly Costley, and runner moves down to second. We got to put her on first, though. Put her on first. Let's get an out up there. Now we'll put her at second. We got another out. Kylie Maldonado popped out to the shortstop, and she's going to get, maybe that didn't hit her. Apparently not. Like it caught her hip as she was turning. I think this is a new pitcher in for Lindsey Wilson. Again, I don't have names. We don't have numbers. I have a roster. It's doing me no good right now. But, folks, I wanted to let you know that I did try. You Lindsey Wilson fans. Another one in tight. We have a 3-ball no strike count. She's going to catch a plate at the letters for a called strike. The 3-1 pitch coming to Maldonado. Ground ball too short. Shortstop going to get a lot of work here in this inning. Delivers on the last 2. So she's 2 out of 3 here in the inning on assists. Did also pick up an error, but no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. After 9 runs scored in the top and the bottom of the third, no runs scored in the top and the bottom of the fourth. Vol State leads 8-3 here in Game 2 after winning Game 1 4-3. We'll be right back on the Vol State Sports Network. Top of the fifth, Brooklyn Levin out for her fifth inning of work. Face the top of the order, at least on my score sheet. Could be wrong. New catcher behind the plate. She goes from center field in game one, and now she's behind the plate. Anna Harrison, sophomore. Catching Brooklyn Levin. Caitlin Dillard still out in left. Katie Robinson in center. Kylie Maldonado is the 3 Ks, working left to right in the outfield. That's going to be a fly ball out to deep left center field. Back goes Dillard. She can't make the grab, and be a leadoff double here for Lindsey Wilson. Eighth hit of the ball game for the Lady Blue Raiders. And if it in fact is the leadoff batter, she's got 2 doubles. Now, batter number 2, left-handed batter, 1 for 2 in the game. Had a 3-run third. First pitch misses outside. Ball State scored 1 each in the first and the second. Lindsey Wilson took the 3-2 lead with a 3 spot in the top of the third. Ball State doubled that with a 6-run bottom of the third. Take an 8-3 lead. Squaring around the bunt, laying it down. Vin throws over to first. Get the out. Runner moves up to third. Now bring up the 3-hole hitter. She's 1 for 1. A single and an RBI. Also reached on a walk. Lady Pioneers off till next weekend. Or is it next Friday? Let me see here. No, we're playing next Friday and Saturday. Go to Austin P and then back home here to take on Trevecca. A doubleheader Saturday afternoon. Swing and a pitch that nearly hit her. And I think off the bat it ended up hitting her anyway. Time called as home plate umpire give her a little chance to recover. Down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes with a runner at third, 1 out. It's gone over the 80-degree mark. It's back down to 79. Change up. Had her way off balance. Nice pitch by Brooklyn. Picks up her 5th strikeout. Now 2 outs. Number 4-hole hitter. Double, 2 RBIs. 2 trips to the plate. Aggressive swing there. Fouls it off to the left. And the little outfielder behind the plate, Anna Harrison. She ain't bigger than a minute, is she? What's her nickname? Itty Bitty? Anna Banana. Drive out to right center field. That's trouble. That one hops the fence, and she's going to pick up another double. And another RBI. 5-run lead cut to 4. The 9th hit for Lindsey Wilson. Both teams now with 9 hits. Fastball misses low and away. Number 5 batter in the lineup, 0 for 2. Couple ground outs. Lydia Kirby at third. Callie Bueller at short now. Avery Wright at second. And Chloe McKean down at first base. And Anna Harrison behind the plate. A year ago, the Lady Pioneers at one point in time were 16th in the country in Division I softball. Finished third in the TCCAA conference tournament. Lost to Dyersburg, swing and a miss on a changeup. An extra inning, tightly contested game. That's the final game of the year. Beat the Lady Senators Walter State in that game. I believe it was 6-1. That was 11 innings. That was that the Dyersburg game? Oh, swing and a miss on a pitch that didn't think was even going to get to the plate. It was so slow. And it is the third out. I thought we won 6-1 in that 11 inning game. Did we score 5 runs in the? Is that the one with Shelby hit the 3-run home run? Shelby Green hit the 3-run home run. I'm getting the information from Caitlin Davis, who won that game in the circle. You threw 11 innings. 11 innings. No wonder you're not able to pitch this fall. 1 run on 2 hits in that inning, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Let's get that inning finished. 8-4 is the score as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. I ought to just put the headset on you, Caitlin. That's all you got to do. Now, this won't take away from your duties over there, right? Here, go ahead and put that on. I think you're in the number 2 pot, so let's just see. Do a little test run there, Caitlin Davis. All right, let's see if I can hear you. Yeah, that helps. I was going to say, I wasn't hearing you.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Say it again.
Can you hear me now?
Not very well. Move to the bottom of the 5th. I'll work on that. Ooh, just a bit outside. Kirsten Smith, Katie Robinson, and Callie Bueller. See if where Anna Harrison is being inserted. Swinging a foul tip back. Smith is 1 for 2. All right. I had to put that thing close to your face. Turn you up. Go ahead, give me a test run there.
Testing, testing.
All right. Ground ball to third. That's going to tip off the third baseman's glove. Get over to the shortstop. That is going to be an infield single. And the 10th base knock of the game for Lady Pioneers. Second for Smith. Can you hear me in your headset pretty good? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. Nice pitch to Katie Robinson that she takes. She's 2 for 2. So Caitlin Davis, who is out injured, is star pitcher, 19 wins a year ago. Now on the headset. Should have had you on entire time here. You can probably tell us a little bit about some stuff that I don't know.
Yeah.
How long are you out, Caitlin?
I go back to the doctor on Monday.
You think there's a chance that you might throw this fall?
I'm hoping I can get a couple innings in the last game.
Okay. That is at the end of the month, October 25th against Tennessee State. TSU down in Nashville. 1-2 pitch. Grounded to the right side, off to second for one, and on to first for the 4-6-3 double play. Don't see that turned very often in college softball. That will get rid of the base runner that I didn't put up there on the. Here, I'll put her on there. Then I'll take her off. There are 2 outs now. Brings up Callie Bueller, who's also 2 for 2. She takes a strike on the outside corner. No longer the catcher. She's the shortstop. Tim Reese, I'm joined by sophomore Caitlin Davis. Ground ball to short. Shortstop getting some work in here in the latter part of this game. Don't think that's the same shortstop played in game 1, Nora Epley. But that will finish the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll head to the 6th inning as a whole bunch of baseball players have shown up here. Caitlin, don't let them take that headset from you. I can talk to those knuckleheads anytime. Garrett Bruce, Parker White, Chip Harris, Cam, call me Cameroon Hodges, here in the press box, enjoying this great air conditioning. Uh-oh. We're not all getting in there. Baseball practice is over. These guys are going to be ready to go down to Trevecca tomorrow morning. Some of them are going to have to get up really early in the morning, too, because we're going to have our D group meeting down at Trevecca at 9, maybe 8:30 a.m. in the morning, boys. All right, we got a call to the bullpen. Hannah Gaines, a freshman right-hander from right here in Gallatin, Tennessee, a transfer from Alabama A&M. I'm getting my first look at Hannah. Brooklyn Levin goes 5 innings, gives up 9 hits, 4 runs, walked 3, struck out 6. .0. She did not pitch in the game that I broadcasted against Cumberland. She's going to face 6, 7, and 8 in the Lindsey Wilson lineup.
This is her first outing.
Is it?
She had an injury.
Okay. You guys gone, huh? You done? Cam Hodges and see who stays here. First pitch she delivers in there for a called strike. And a line drive just over the glove of Bueller into center field. Batter number 6, 2 for 3. Again, if in fact this is the same young lady that started the game, I don't have lineups. You same 13 or 14 people probably tired of hearing me say it, but there might be some new folks checking in from time to time, wondering why I'm not calling out these Lindsey Wilson players' names, because I don't know them, and I don't have a lineup card as that ball gets by Anna Harrison and down to second base goes the runner. Oops. I think that's going to be a wild pitch. High fly ball to left field. Back goes Caitlin Dillard. She can't make the grab. It falls on the warning track. And That'll be back-to-back hits for Lindsey Wilson. That'll fall in there for a double. Put runners at second and third. Nobody out. That'll bring up the 8th hitter in the lineup, 1 for 2. Ball State with an 8-4 lead here in the top of the 6th. Hannah Gaines with her first outing of the fall. How many pitchers do we have, Caitlin?
We have 5.
Now 5. Last year, 3.5.
Kinda.
Kaylin Davis, Madison Croxford, Laura Walker, and maybe Corey Harris. Now added to the pitching staff as that pitch gets away from Anna Harrison, but not far enough for the runner to score. Caitlin is handling now double duty. She's the scoreboard operator and the analyst. Ground ball by the glove of Lydia Kirby. Throw to cutoff man from Caitlin Dillard. And by man, I mean softball player. As one run comes in, now runners at the corners. 3 straight hits for Lindsey Wilson, greeting Hannah Gaines rudely here. Nice play by Dillard to get the ball in quickly, though, and keep the second run from scoring for the time being. Half swing foul down the first base line. That's foul. Number 9 hitters walked twice. Twelve hits now for Lindsey Wilson as they've taken the lead on the hit category. Do we have some others up here that I didn't see? Was it Tromke that was? Oh, okay. Swing and a miss on the changeup. Ladies softball team shows up for the baseball team on a regular basis up at Pioneer Field on the other side of campus, so it's only fair that the guys show up for the softball games. I'm sure they do regularly. I don't get a chance to get down here, but
They don't.
They don't, maybe because they can't, though. I guess that's probably why I'm not down here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled off to the right side. Count remains 2-2. You guys haven't played. This is only your second home game. So I've broadcasted now all of them, but playing mostly on the road here in the fall. So we need to find a regular broadcaster for you. Another foul ball. That's going to get down into the Lindsey Wilson bullpen. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Last year had Ryan DeKill, who broadcasted several of your games when I couldn't be here. He was a student here. Also a dad. Had 2 kids. I mean, he wasn't an old dad like me. He's a young dad. Full Count Ministries. Full Count. Caitlin, you do have a verse. Did you pull a verse yet?
I did.
You did? Okay, good. Hang on to it.
Okay.
We're going to have a Full Count Ministries verse of the game provided by Caitlin Davis. Fouled back from Manchester, Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Coffee County High School. And there's somebody else here.
Willow Carden.
Willow Carden. Y'all play. She's a second-year player, or is she a
She's a freshman.
Okay. So y'all played together 2 years ago.
Yes, sir.
All right, Full Count with Runners at first and third. Grounder in the hole. It's short, backhanded by Bueller, but she has no play. That'll be an infield single and an RBI. Another run comes in. 4 straight hits. And Alyssa Costley will come out and try to settle down Hannah Gaines. Freshman transfer from Alabama A&M. From Gallatin, Tennessee. Do you know where she went to high school? Did she go to Gallatin?
She went to Gallatin.
Okay, so you can have a Gallatin address and have gone to Liberty Creek. Like, let's see, who's that? That's Addie Knoll. Don't have too many out-of-state folks. Amaya Collier from Russellville, Kentucky. Brooklyn Levin from Littleton, Colorado. Of course, Lydia Kirby. All-American from Alvaton, which is Kentucky near Bowling Green. Rancho Cucamonga, California. Garrett Bruce. We have a young lady from Rancho Cucamonga. Kylie Maldonado, the right fielder from Rancho Cucamonga. That's where you used to live. Garrett Bruce, a right-hander. The Vol State baseball team. He made sure to tell me that he went to Gallatin High School, but he originally is from Rancho Cucamonga. That's where he has some family. Ball 1 to the batter. Fouled off. Don't let me get you in trouble, Caitlin, with that scoreboard. Day over in baseball, head coach Jim McGuire, he doesn't like it when the scoreboard's wrong. He does not like it. 4 hits in the inning, 2 runs for Wilson Central. First time in the circle here in Vol State. Pitch is high from Hannah Gaines. Looking for her first out. Number 10th batter in the lineup, who was struck out twice, looking at a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Runners at first and second, and there's ball 3. All right, if you were going to go out and visit Hannah Gaines, what would you tell her after 4 batters and 4 hits?
I'd tell her to breathe.
That one's in there for ball 4. Looked like it might have got there at the knees. And the first time the batter number 10 reaches. And the bases are loaded. Brings the top of the lineup. Batter number 1, who's 2 for 3. A couple doubles and scored twice. That's in there on the outside corner for a called strike. Caitlin, you guys, the softball team also works the sometimes the events at Bridgestone Arena, right? Baseball
Yes, sir.
team worked last night. Y'all did not work, did you?
No, sir. We work on Tuesday.
Oh, this coming Tuesday?
Yes, sir.
Ground ball to short. They're going to come to the plate, and the throw is a little low. Anna Harrison gets that one, and the force out, and now Hannah Gaines can say she's got an ERA. Prior to that, it was infinity. As they get the lead runner, everybody moves up 90 feet. Brings up batter number 2. Who looks at a called strike. And maybe not batter number 2, because batter number 2 is a left-handed hitter. But since I'm not worried about my score sheet, I'm going to put her in that number 2 slot. They might have added even an 11th batter in their lineup. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike to this right-handed batter. Actually, she might be the leadoff batter in this game. Popped up and out of play to the right side. Gaines gets ahead. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 runs in the inning. Score is now 8-6. See if my scoreboard says it. It does. Gaines looks at her wrist and has a sign. Delivers a pitch, popped up into right center field. Over as Robinson makes the catch. The throw to the plate is not in time. Sacrifice fly and an RBI for whoever that was. But it is out number 2. Runner from second moves over to third. And the score is 8-7. And a left-handed batter. Drills one out the right center field. This is trouble. It hits off the fence. 1 run's going to score. Throw gets into the plate. They've got the ball in the infield. But Callie Bueller not realized the runner was rounding third as she got the ball at second base. That will be another double. 2 more runs come in. And Lindsey Wilson has taken the lead. They put up 5 here in the 6th, and that will end the outing for Hannah Gaines. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back on the Ball State Sports Network. Pitching change for the Lady Pioneers. Cheris Nichols did her second time in the circle today. Delivers a called strike to the next batter at the plate for Lindsey Wilson. 5 runs here in the 6th inning. Tough outing for Hannah Gaines in her first time in a circle for the Lady Pioneers. Two-thirds of an inning, 5 hits, 5 runs. The runner at second base is her responsibility. Walked 1 batter on the inside corner for a called strike. Cheris went 2 innings in game 1, give up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Did not walk or strike out a batter. Got the win, if you were counting that. Popped up in shallow right field. Out goes the second baseman, Avery Wright. She gloves it, but it falls out of the glove. Tough play as Maldonado was coming in from right field. She had it in her glove, took another step, and had it pop out. That'll be a single and drive in another run. Lindsey Wilson now leads 10-8. That run charge to Hannah Gaines. Of course, I'm not sure what Christian Lynn does with these stats, if he keeps them and refers to them. Does he show the stats from week to week? Caitlin, do you see it or?
He doesn't show us, no.
Okay. Does somebody keep it on Game Changer?
Yeah, Wes.
Is Wes handling that? Or is he ever playing a video game? What's he playing? Is he playing Angry Birds or 2-1? Pitch misses. They're going to check to see, and it may have missed, but she swung, says a base umpire. And the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. 6 runs in. Lindsey Wilson has now matched the bottom of the third, where Vol State scored 6. Shares Nichols gets a swing and a miss for a strikeout. Picks up her first strikeout. 10 batters come to the plate for Lindsey Wilson. 6 of them cross it. 6 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. That is a full scoreboard out there now. There's lots of stuff going on. 10-8 is the score. Lindsey Wilson has come back to take the lead. We'll take a quick break. Be right back on the Vol State Sports Network. Tim Reese, and I'm joined by Caitlin Davis, right-handed pitcher for the Lady Pioneers. She's out with a bit of an injury, an upper body injury.
Yes, sir.
Left-handed hitting Caitlin Dillard leads off the bottom of the 6th. She looks at strike 1. All State in their largest deficit of the day find themselves down 10-8. We're down by 1 in the top of the 3rd, 3-2, and put a 6 spot up. Let's see how angry they get here after having a 2-run deficit. Dillard 0 for 1, has a sacrifice fly in 2 trips. 9-1-2. Could not get the bat on the ball there, and she'll go down on strikes. I think this is still pitcher number 2 for Lindsey Wilson. I think she came in the 4th. Now Avery Wright steps in there with 1 out and nobody on. She's going to look at a called strike. Avery, a freshman from Arlington, Tennessee, attended Arlington High School. Swing and a miss. Have not talked with Avery yet to get her bio information, so I don't have parents' names, siblings, grandparents, last 4 of her social. 0-2 pitch, popped up and out of play. You know, I asked that question, you know, what's the last 4? I haven't had anybody offer it yet, Caitlin.
Yeah,
As though I
wonder
can't find it
why.
out, you know. I don't really need that information anymore. just outside. Nice pitch by pitcher number 2. On deck is Chloe McKean. Avery 0 for 2. She came on for Michaela Fuqua. And she gets her. No, just can't get it over the glove of the drawn-in second baseman. The soft line out to second is out number 2. Thought she had got enough of that one to get over the head, but nice play by the second baseman for Lindsey Wilson. Chloe McKean 0 for 1. She's been hit by a pitch. Scored a run in the third. 2 outs, nobody on. At the knees for a called strike. So, Caitlin, you guys getting the weekend off?
We do. We get Saturday, Sunday, Monday off.
What? 3 days? Baseball only gets 2.
Yeah, we have a couple girls flying out tonight.
Fly ball, jam shot, foul down the left field line. So somebody going to fly to Rancho Cucamonga, California?
She is.
Kylie Maldonado?
Yes, and Brooklyn is flying to Colorado. And then Carly is flying to Yale to see her boyfriend. Her boyfriend plays football at Yale.
Carly Costley has a boyfriend
Yes, sir.
that goes to Yale
Yes, sir.
and plays football?
Yes, sir.
Tell me more, tell me more. She said she's the youngest of, she said she had 4 siblings, so I'm guessing then that'd be 5 unless she's counting herself as a sibling. But one of her siblings is here as the pitching coach and assistant coach, Alyssa Costley. Ground ball, foul. Backhanded by the third baseman. Are you an aunt?
I am.
How many nieces or nephews do you have?
I have 2 nieces and 4 nephews.
Okay, so are you the baby of your family then?
Big time.
Big time baby?
Yeah, my siblings are in their 30s.
They're way old, aren't they? That's way old.
My parents are old.
Your parents are old?
Yeah.
But it's all the same parents?
No,
Or
my mom
you have
has
some?
2 kids, and then my dad has a kid,
Okay.
and then they have me.
Then the two of them have you. Gotcha. Get that kind of a family, you can start racking them up. Popped up to the left side, out into left field. And the left fielder makes the catch for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Lady Pioneers. We will go to the 7th. All-State trails 10-8. We'll keep it right here and have time with Caitlin Davis. So remind me, this is not bragging. I'm just asking you the question. You should know the answer. Last year, you were all-conference. Were you first team all-conference?
I was second team.
Second team all-conference as a starting pitcher. 19 wins. Okay, as a true freshman. Did you get All-American, though, as well?
No, sir.
No. Katie Davis, not related to Caitlin Davis. Katie Davis was second team All-American. Lydia Kirby was first team
Yes, sir.
All-American. And did anybody else make All-American first or second team?
I don't
Did
think
Michaela-
so. I know Mick broke a record.
Was it the stolen base record?
It was.
I know she had 82 stolen bases a year ago, and that was number 1 in all of Division I junior college softball. Only caught stealing twice.
Mm-hmm.
And as a matter of fact, Vol State was the number 1 team in stolen bases a year ago. Corey Harris was like 3rd in the country in stolen bases, like 72, I think. So with those two at the top of the lineup, first and second, a base hit was a double or a triple most of the time. Yeah, Corey was 72 out of 83 in stolen bases. Charis Nichols back out for the 7th inning. But, I mean, a really, really good year for Lady Pioneers. And you have more players on the squad this year than you had last year.
Several more.
You think that's a good thing?
I do. We're able to enter squad now.
Okay. That's helpful. Nichols delivers a strike at the knees, gets ahead in the count. To the number 6 batter in my lineup score sheet. Popped up into center field. Might still be Katie Robinson in center.
It is.
Thank you. She makes the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring up number 7. Base hit up the middle. Hit number 13. All right, where does a pitcher learn that style of pitching that Cheris Nichols has? That's a little bit different.
It is different.
Windup than you normally see.
Yeah, I've never seen a windup like that, but it works for her. So
Fouled off. She kind of comes more out to the side, right, before then she comes from the hip or the thigh, I guess.
she's kicking out dirt too.
A 1 pitch, changeup, fouled back. Now, do you go to a pitching coach even now?
I don't now.
Okay. But
I
in
still
high
can't
school?
throw.
No, but I mean, now that you're in college, do you still, I mean, I'm sure that most high school pitchers, softball pitchers, still see a pitching coach swung on a miss on a changeup.
No, I did not go last year.
Well, as a freshman.
No, sir.
Okay. There's I know there's a pitching coach around here. I don't know if you know who he is, Alan Banks.
Yes, that's where Laura goes.
Laura, okay, that's right. I thought somebody here did. Throw down to first. Anna Harrison trying to pick off the runner. Chloe McKean gloves it, but no tag applied. Alan Banks had 2 daughters.
Kat's one
Actually
of them.
3, but I think only 2 were pitchers. Called strike.
One of his daughters give pitching lessons too.
Is it not Kat?
It is Kat.
Okay. Kat played at Virginia Tech, and her sister Alex played at Lipscomb.
Mm-hmm.
And then the youngest daughter, I want to say, it starts with an A. Is it like Aniston or?
I'm not sure.
Golly, I know it. You got four kids, and all of them start with an A. Alan was a all-conference performer basketball player at Lipscomb. Back then, Lipscomb College popped up, might be playable toward the on-deck circle, and Lydia Kirby comes in and makes the catch for the final out in the top of the 7th. In foul territory, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. That will end the hitting for Lindsey Wilson, and Fall State did not commit an error in game 2. They'll go to the bottom of the 7th and try to walk it off again, or at least get out of here with a tie. Cheris Nichols ends up going an inning and a third, giving up 2 hits, no runs. Excellent relief effort for Cheris. Struck out 2. Unofficial scoring. That's my scoring. We will go to the bottom of the 7th. 10 hits for Vol State and 16 hits I have for Lindsey Wilson. We'll keep it right here. Maybe we'll see if we can go to a close-up. Maybe that's what we're missing. Maybe I can handle that for one last inning, half inning. Lady Pioneers will send Laura Walker, Carly Cosley, Kylie Maldonado to the plate. Face, I believe, pitcher number 2 for Lindsey Wilson. Lindsey Wilson, located in Columbia, Kentucky. Who played for Pioneers from Columbia, Kentucky? Do you remember? Not sure, Parker White, if you were here. Third-year player Parker White getting that question. First pitch to Laura Walker, misses the zone. Laura's 1 for 2. One game won with a walk-off sac fly. She can't walk it off here, but she can get on. She swings at the 2-0 pitch, so head coach Christian Lynn not telling his batters, hey, go up there and take till you get a strike, which is old school coaching. We need base runners. Laura did not go yard last year. She had 4 singles in limited action. Swings and fouls that one off. Guessing Laura did not come up to the plate in a lot of key situations, did she? I want to say she got an at-bat, though, in the conference tournament last year.
I think she did, too.
Kind of in a key moment.
We're trying to talk them into letting us pitchers hit.
I got to look and see if Caitlin Davis, all 3, and we have a full count ministries, full count. See if Caitlin Davis did at the plate. Oh, not. She did not get an appearance. Did you?
I hit against Roan.
Well, it's not showing up on the score sheet. 3-2 pitch, fouled back. I have Kate. Oh, I'm sorry. I did miss that. Holy smokes. Wait a minute. You hit a lot. You know, I thought you did. I mean, a lot. I mean, 53 at-bats. But you hit 358. I mean, you had 5 bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Another foul ball. Count remains full. Go to fullcountministries.com. See all that the ministry's doing for baseball players, not only here in Middle Tennessee, but in Middle Alabama and Nicaragua, Honduras. Got a mission trip to Vienna, Austria coming up.
I've been there before.
Have you? Full count and another foul ball down the third base line. You've been to Vienna, Austria. What for?
Vacation.
Okay. Where else did you go?
I went to Vienna. I went to London. Went to Dresden, Germany.
Okay.
There was one more place. Can't think of it right now.
Full count pitch. Just outside and down to first base goes Laura Walker, and she'll be replaced by a pinch runner. Should be Addie Knoll, freshman from Gallatin, Tennessee, Liberty Creek High School. She's a wolf. The Liberty Creek Wolves. They don't ever run around just one, so it's not a wolf. You always run around in the pack, okay? Carly Cosley looks at ball 1 outside. She is 1 for 2. Stands in there on the left side. Comes up as a tying run. A little chip shot out to left field, and that catch is made for out number 1. Tried to drop one in between short and left. Got a little bit too much of that one. Kylie Maldonado stands in. She's 0 for 2, looking for her first hit. Now would be a good time for it, Kylie. Or just get hit. Put runners at first and second. Now the winning run comes to the plate. Could Kirsten Smith end this ball game? Freshman outfielder from Louisville Ballard High School. She's 2 for 3. Get a pitch to hit right here, Kirsten. And she drives one down the left field line, but it's going to go foul. Aggressive on the first pitch. So a walk, a fly out, and a hit batter. Have Pioneer fans ready to celebrate here, but a lot of work to be done. Pitch is outside. Five-six freshman, daughter of Greg and Kathleen Smith. One pitch. Ground ball to short. They're going to go to third to get the lead runner. Now the Lady Pioneers are down to their last out. Katie Robinson comes to the plate. She's 2 for 3. Ball State has not scored since that 6-run third. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 6 in the third. Take an 8-3 lead. Gave up a run in the 5th and 6 in the 6th. Are down 10-8. Pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Count moves to 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs and 2 on. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Lady Pioneers now down to their last strike. Callie Bueller in the on-deck area, hoping to get an at-bat here in the bottom of the 7th. Unless she's shaking hands with Katie Robinson after hitting a 3-run homer. Good take there and a pitch low and away. Lady Pioneers back at it up in Clarksville at Austin Peay State University on Friday, and then a doubleheader here at home against Trevecca. Pitch is high. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count. And the runners will be off on the pitch. So if Katie can get something in a gap, Lady Pioneers ought to be able to score 2. Full count pitch. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. That will take care of it as she throws over to first. That will end this contest as Lindsey Wilson splits the doubleheader, wins 10-8. This game goes final. And Caitlin Davis, you have our Full Count Ministries verse of the game.
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Jeremiah 29:11-12. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you.
Jeremiah 29:11 and 12. That is an excellent verse. I used that actually, I think, last week as our Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Caitlin, thanks for joining me. You did a great job while not only handling the scoreboard, but broadcasting. I'd rather see you out there playing, and I know
Yeah,
you'd
me
rather be out there
too.
playing. But till then, you're welcome up here broadcasting with me anytime. But
Perfect. Thank you so much.
all right, thank you. It's Caitlin Davis up here in the press box at the Nichols Sports Complex. So she's going to have to get down and visit with her teammates that are gathering out in left center field. Ball State won game one, 4-3. And lose 10-8 here in game two. As I said, the Lady Pioneers will play again next Friday at Austin P. All right, the baseball guys are gone. Up. All right. Parker White, Cooper Anderson, and Garrett Bruce joining me up here in the press box. At the game two, there were quite a number of new players that got some action. Had three pitchers that got out on the circle. Brooklyn Levin, 5 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, walked 3, struck out 6. Hannah Gaines had a tough outing in her first collegiate outing with Vol State, 2/3 of an inning, 5 hits, 6 runs. Cheris Nichols, an inning and a third in relief to finish up, 2 hits, no runs. Struck out 2. These are unofficial statistics just off of my score sheet. But appreciate you all listening in on the broadcast today. Always glad to, when I have the time, to get out to the ladies' softball games. I will not be here for the next home game, which is Trevecca on next Saturday, a week from tomorrow. I'll actually be broadcasting baseball across campus. Maybe we can find somebody that will be able to come and broadcast that. But just check back, hit that subscribe button, and you'll know whenever Vol State sports are being broadcast on the Vol State Sports Network. And you check it out and see if it's softball or baseball. Turn me off on baseball if you want, or leave the other the softball broadcast up if there is one. And thank you to Jimmy Danielle, who's checked in on YouTube on the chat and said thank you for the broadcast commentating. I'm sorry again to the Lindsey Wilson folks for not having the a lineup card, but I was not provided one for game 2, so I feel bad for not having that and being able to give these ladies their due, but that gets corrected in the spring for sure. So teams are expected to do that, and we'll do that in the spring. But for head coach Christian Lynn and for athletic director Bobby Hudson, this is Tim Reese saying so long for now. We'll be back on the Vol State Sports Network tomorrow at noon, broadcasting Vol State baseball at Trevecca Nazarene University. God bless you. We'll talk to you tomorrow on the Vol State Sports Network.